Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. We have seen sell-off across the global markets as the possibility of US military action against Syria has increased, and this strike could happen as early as tomorrow. So on the back of this development, we've seen sell-off across equity markets. So US was down about 1.5 to 2%. European markets too were down anywhere from 2 to 3%. And when we look at the Asian markets today morning, they are also down anywhere from 1 to almost about 2.25%. Similarly, we have seen the 10-year bond yields actually coming down to almost about 2.71 against about 2.8, and we have seen sharp sell-off across the currencies, but some of the commodities like gold, silver and crude oil have actually spiked up. So the Brent crude continues to trade around 111 levels, and gold and silver both are at about 3-month highest levels. Gold is now quoting at about 1400 or thereabouts, and silver at about $24 to $25. So all these developments are essentially negative for our own market, because on the one hand we have a sell-off in the global markets that's putting pressure on the flows. At the same time, the crude is actually going up, and even some of the commodities are going up. So things are not looking good for Indian markets, and which is what is reflected in the way the market has actually gone down yesterday. There was a carnage across the stocks, and most of the heavyweights actually fell anywhere from 5 to 15%. Large cap stocks like IDFC, HDFC and a whole host of banking stocks were down anywhere from 7-8% to about 15%, which is definitely not looking too good. And as per the technical analysts, there is an important support in the range of about 5,200 to about 5250 level, and looking at the SGX Nifty, we might open up around 5235. So if these support levels are taken out, then actually that could open up floodgates for a major fall in the market. Overall sentiment continues to be weak. On that note, let me invite Sadhna to take us through important F&O cues, data and strategies that we can have in the F&O markets.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. Yesterday we have seen a huge sell-off in Nifty of more than 3% in single trading session ahead of rupee depreciation and weak sentiments on passing of food security bill. But in spite of butchering trading session, we have seen long positions were built up by market participants as around 10.26 lakh shares were added in open interest, and Nifty futures discount further decreased from 9 points to 2.40 points. And put call ratio also, it's at 0.88, which is indicating call option has added around 44 lakh shares in open interest, and put option has added around 21 lakh shares in open interest, which we can see in the options activity. And if we see 5,300 call option strike has a huge number of shares in open interest, and followed by 5,200 call option, and put option has a good number of activity in open interest. So this level would be very important to watch for. And we have revised our bias downwards as we are trading below our weekly VWAP of 5360. Our lower range for the market would be 5200 and higher range would be 5360. And we may see selling emerging in the market at higher levels. From intraday perspective, one can go short on BHEL with a stop loss of 113.15.
Here are the important news and events that we are tracking today. First of all, there is a discussion paper with RBI which says that the government should consider diluting its ownership in the state-owned banks, which is anywhere from about 51% to as high as 64%, to reduce the country's financial burden and push for consolidation. So this is an interesting message coming out from RBI to the government of India. Also, given the fact that the oil prices have shot up to almost about $111 and the rupee too has plunged to almost about 66, there is a probability that there could be a steep hike of rupees 5 per litre in diesel, and a hike of about 2 to 3 rupees per litre in petrol over the next couple of days. In a rejig in the NSE index, IT major Wipro will enter the Nifty 50 stock list, and it would be replaced by the Reliance Infra stock, which would exit as a part of the periodic review exercise. And in another important development, NSCL, which is trying to repay the investors in a phased manner, has got a bridge loan from its promoter company, Financial Technology, to repay the small investors to the tune of about 177 crores. So which means that all the investors who have put in less than 2 lakh rupees would get 100% payout, but the Rest of the investors will have to wait for some more time to get any kind of a repayment from NSCL. So there could be some quick negative reaction in the financial technology stock in today's market. Hathway Cable, some positive news as the board of directors have approved the issue of 35,21,000 shares at a price of 284 to the clutch of investors. So it is at a premium to the current market price. So one can expect some positive reaction in the Hathway Cable stock in today's market. And in another development, Maruti Suzuki has indicated that the commissioning of its Gujarat plant could delay because of the adverse market conditions. Also, there were some issues with respect to acquisition of the land, though they have already acquired land to the tune of about 700 acres at the price of about 4,000 crore in Gujarat. Some update on Reliance Infra AGM which took place yesterday, and they are saying that all of its 14 projects would be operational in next 1 year's time and would start contributing to the revenue. And Reliance Power is also on the track to double its power generation capacity to almost about 5,000 megawatts despite the issues which are being faced by the sector. Strides Arcolab, some positive news there as the FIPB has already cleared the proposal by the Milan, and the $1.8 billion which is likely to come through would definitely help, because the rupee has depreciated by almost about 15% after the deal was announced. So there could be some benefit to Strides Arcolab shareholders on the back of that. So one can go long there with a stop loss of 814 and a target of about 856 to about 872. Apollo Hospital is looking at tying up with the US based University of Rochester Medical Center to collaborate in various areas. So one can go long on Apollo Hospital with a stop loss of 865 and a target of about 909 to about 926. And CRISIL, some positive news there as well, as the company will sell 49% stake in the India Index Services and Products Limited IISL for almost about 100 crore rupees. So one can go long on CRISIL with a stop loss of 1096 and a target of about 1153 to about 1174. And Reliance Communication has said that they are in talks with the private equity consortium, including the Samena Capital, for the stake sale. So one can go long on RCOM with a stop loss of 110 and a target of about 115 to 118. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a good trading session and see you tomorrow at the same time.